Time for me to check out table B. Alright. What table is this? Hard to actually tell. That's D. Alright, got it. 2 tables to the left it is. This is C, so this would be B. Table showing its age, but it's been scrubbed to perfection. There we go. Something stuck under the table. What could this be? Looks like some sort of letter. Take the reward letter from underneath the table. Must have been written on an old-fashioned typewriter. It reads, "Reward for finding the truth. The item is the truth of 25 years ago. You'll find part of the truth included here." Truth of 25 years ago? Something else here. Looks like an extract from an old newspaper. Extracted from 1955 and reads, "On December 17th, early in the morning, a body was discovered in a downtown parking lot near the city hall. The victim appears to have been shot. After initial forensic checks, it was determined that the victim, a man in his 30s, bled to his death after receiving a gunshot wound to the chest. Police believe that he was murdered somewhere roughly 2 days before, and that he was moved to the parking lot soon after being murdered." My God, it's about my dad. Is this really part of the truth of 25 years ago? To the sender, this letter's trying to say that if I locate the Scarlet Star, I'll also be able to close the case surrounding my dad's death. Huh. Staring at the page, I noticed that the T's are higher than the other letters. Wonder if this is the same as the original order sheet I received. Thought so. T's are higher here as well. It pretty much confirms that these 2 letters were typed on the same typewriter. Who could have written them? Someone dangling the truth of 25 years ago in front of my face. Who would that be? Who would do that? Most likely it's whoever sat in this seat today. Maybe Claire can shed some light on who that was. Yo, Claire! I need to talk to you. Claire, can I ask you something? Sure, what is it? Anyone sit at that table today? Yeah, there was someone. Who was it? Let me think. Is it coming back to you? Alright. Remember both Charles and Dylan sitting there. Might have been some other customers who sat there too, but I can't remember. Sorry. I see. But tell me, Mr. Hyde, why are you so interested? No reason, just curious. Okay, if you say so. Claire finishes talking and moves away from me. Might be wise to have a chat with both of them. It might just be. Alright, who's on the list first? They're both on floor 3, right? So I'm just gonna go up there and just see who's there. No one in the hall. Who's there? Knocking and getting me anywhere. Alright, it's Will White that's in 306, I forgot. We got a moment? Oh, Mr. Hyde, it's you. Sorry about before, Charles. You're a little out of order, but I'm not angry anymore. Let's just forget about it. It's very kind of you. I must go now, Mr. Hyde. Just a minute. What is it? I got something I want to ask you. Did you take a trip to the cafe today? Yes, I did. And did you sit at table B near the counter? Yes, but why are you asking me where I sat? So it wasn't you, Charles. Did you stick the envelope to the other side of the table? I have no idea what you're talking about, Mr. Hyde. Please explain yourself. So you really have no idea? Please, Mr. Hyde, do you have any reason to doubt what I'm telling you? I just wanted to ask. Are you sure you're telling me the truth? How do you expect me to answer when I have no idea what you're talking about? So it wasn't you who stuck the envelope to the other side of the table in the cafe. How many times do I have to tell you? I have no idea what you're saying. I see. Did you see anyone at the table before you sat there? Yes, there was someone. Who was it? Dylan from 304. So Dylan was there before Charles got there. When I arrived at the cafe, he was already there. After he left the table, I sat down there. Do you understand, Mr. Hyde? I really don't know anything about about any envelope. Yeah, I guess you don't. Sorry for getting on your case like that. Glad to see you finally seen sense. Goodbye, Mr. Hyde. Charles goes back inside his room. So it must have been Dylan who placed the envelope under the table. Gonna get some answers from him. Alright. Where was Dylan again? I don't remember his room. Was it 304? Probably. Oh, okay. 306's door is open. Well, hello there, Mr. Hyde. Oh, it's you. It's the last place I'd expect to bump into you. What brings you out this way? Nothing much. Sometimes come up on the 3rd floor to call on people. Oh, then that explains it. I had no idea you were on good terms with the residents on this floor. Tell me, it wouldn't be Dylan from 304 that you've come to see, would it? Maybe. What if it is? Hate to give out unwanted advice, Mr. Hyde, but you keep your wits about you when dealing with him. What's that supposed to mean? He seems to have an unhealthy obsession with acquiring information on other tenants. His pretense is that he's doing work on behalf of Mrs. Patrice, but he takes advantage of that and tends to monitor the tenants' movements. I speak from experience, Mr. Hyde. I've seen his type before. I'd advise you to keep well away from him if you know what's good for you. Ah, but I'm sorry. Listen to me talking your ear off. I really must be going, Mr. Hyde. Farewell. Bill moves away and heads down the stairs. Hey, Mr. Hyde. Huh? I noticed you were chatting to Mr. White just now. That's right. What are we talking about? Nothing, just greeting each other. Really? It sounded like a very long greeting then. Yeah, we don't see each other that often. Are you sure that's all you did? As far as I knew, you and Mr. White didn't even know each other before. It just seems strange that you'd spend so much time with a person you barely knew. Listen, Dylan. We're trying to eavesdrop again? Eavesdrop? You have a nasty habit of always being around when people are talking. How many times have you been conveniently located nearby when I'm having conversation? It's happened once before. It happens once too often for my liking. It's not like that. I think it's time you came clean, Dylan. I haven't got anything to come clean about. He's a real... just fucking... real clean. Sure, whatever. You really expect me to believe that? Well, speak up. Can't hear you. I really haven't got anything to tell you. Spit it out now. Are you trying to listen in on my conversations? Please tell me what you think I've done, Mr. Hyde. I don't take too kindly to being accused without a good reason. You what? Dylan looks dumbstruck as he returns to his room. Motherfucker, get back out here. Who is it? I can hear Dylan's voice ring out from within the room. It's me, Kyle Hyde. I don't want anything to do with you. Dylan, we need to talk. Now open this door. Go away and leave me alone. Damn it, Dylan. Open the damn door. Dylan. Hear the footsteps of somebody approaching from down the hallway. Will you kindly keep the noise down? I mean, why would you want to make such a noise outside of a person's room at this hour? You're just being a nuisance to everyone. I got business to take care of with Dylan, but he refused to open the door. And what's this business you have with him then? Has he done something? It's between me and him. Huh? Suddenly the door to 304 swings open. Hello, Mr. Hyde. I didn't know you were still here. What do you mean you didn't know? It's nothing it's nothing for you to worry about, Mr. Raver. Buzzer's busted and I can't always hear when a guest arrives. I see, so it was the buzzer. Spent so much time fixing other people's things, maybe you've neglected your own. Frank makes his way back to his room. Come in, we can talk inside. About time too. Listen, Dylan. What do you want with me? Why'd you suddenly decide to open the door and let me in? It's simple. I don't want Mr. Raver to start jumping to the wrong conclusions. That's why. No, he used to be a detective. He'd just go around poking his nose in. Notice that you used to word detective a lot when we talked, Dylan. Do I? Can't say I've noticed. May only be a hunch, but Are you fixated on me and Mr. Raver because you're really into cops and the lifestyle that goes with it? Exactly. Then maybe you'd like to tell me why you're also keen on monitoring the other tenants. It's natural. Everyone likes to know what other people get up to. That's all it is. I'm not some sort of stalker, you know. Dylan, you went to Lucky's Cafe today, right? Yeah, I went down there. So you know all about the letter I found there, too. Letter? What letter? What about the one that was attached to the underside of table B? Ah, right, that letter. That letter? So he does know about it. Just as I suspected. Tell me everything you know about the letter. I don't know anything about it. Don't lie to me. You put it there, didn't you? Think I put it there? Bet your ass I do. Heh. It's so funny. Listen to yourself and your stories. My stories? Yeah, they're amusing. What did the envelope have inside it? Was it some sort of clue or something? Dylan. Come on, Mr. Hyde, what did it have inside? You can tell me I can keep it a secret? Come on. Please, Mr. Hyde. Can't you give me a hint? You can tell me something about what you found, can't you? Give it a rest, Dylan. I've just had it with you. We're through talking. Huh? What did I do? Must have made a mistake. I'm sorry I gave you the wrong impression. Didn't mean to get you excited over nothing. I'll catch you later, Dylan. That's just like how the others act. They treat me like I'm some sort of idiot. Think I don't know anything. Dylan? They're wrong, Mr. Hyde. I know lots of things. Such as... like I knew there was a letter stuck under the table. Aha, so you do know something. Who left it there? Tell me. Sorry, even I don't know that. Shame, if you knew that. Maybe we could have talked some more. Mr. Hyde, why so keen on finding out about that letter anyway? Forget it, Dylan. We've got no more to discuss. The letter may not have had a sender, but I know it didn't come from you. Huh? Letter didn't have a sender. Mr. Hyde, are you telling me that you received an unmarked letter too? What are you trying to say? I'm trying to say, did you receive a threatening letter as well? He knows something, I'm sure of it. Motherfucker looking like a steak because I'm about to grill him on this shit. Who's been threatened? Maybe you should just forget I said anything. Too late for that, Dylan. Somebody in this apartment being threatened. Damn, didn't want to tell anybody. Who is it? Can't say. Tell me. It's her. Mrs. Patrice. She's being threatened? Yeah, that's right. Why would somebody want to threaten her? I haven't got a clue. But I can tell you for a fact somebody is doing just that. There I go again, running my mouth off. Now what am I going to do? I really don't want to tell anyone about the threat. I'm begging you, Mr. Hyde. Please don't breathe a word of this to anyone. How did you know about the threat to Mags? Came across it one day. Came across it how? Gone to Mrs. Patrice's room to fix something, and there was a phone call. I can tell you that the phone call in question was definitely threatening. It only lasted a short time before cutting off too. Mrs. Patrice's face turned pale and her hands began to shake. From that point on, I made it my job to look over her. It was also from that time that unmarked letters and packages began to arrive. Not long after that phone call, Mrs. Patrice had made her decision to sell this place. So does Mags even know that you were there to witness the threat? She mentioned it all. I don't think she registered that I was there. I just kept quiet as a mouse. Hey. Did you think it'd be bad for you if she knew? Of course I did. If she knew that I'd overheard that phone call, she'd certainly stop asking me to perform all those little maintenance jobs around here. Not only that, I'm sure she'd have made me leave way before we all vacate. She's that kind of person. I know plenty of her secrets, Mr. Hyde, and I'm not just talking about the threat. What kind of things do you know? Stuff about the past. I can tell you things, Mr. Hyde. Things about Mrs. Patrice's past. Then enlighten me. Everyone has a past, alright, but hers is more interesting than most. I know you don't exactly trust me, Mr. Hyde, but I can assure you I did not send you any unmarked letters. I want you to believe me. I I'm not the sort of person who goes around threatening others. Is that so? It is. If you think it'll help you solve the mystery, I'll tell you about Mrs. Patrice's secrets. On one condition, though. You share with me what was in that letter you found. So have we got a deal? I'll think about it. I got somewhere to be. Make my way out of Dylan's room. Why'd Dylan have to go and set me off with all that talk of secrets and stuff? And Mags, could she be connected in some way? Connected to the incident that happened all those years ago? I think it's time I gather my thoughts about all that's happened. December 22nd. Ed woke me up with a phone call in the morning. He said he was willing to take me back to work for Red Crown, but on one condition. What do you want me to do? Sell items to 2 tenants. That's right, that's what he said. He told me to sell items to 2 people in this building, then get him on the phone. Once I complete his task, I called him to let him know. Also took the opportunity to discuss the mysterious order sheet I received. Ed eventually agreed to let me pursue the order and try to locate the Scarlet Star. He went on to tell me the reason why the police had reopened my dad's case. Said the case had been reopened due to a connection with a crime syndicate called Nile. Right, it was called Nile. Nile was the crime syndicate Bradley was investigating undercover 4 years ago. Exactly how the syndicate was connected to my dad's death was something that neither I nor Ed could imagine. Frank came to collect the cassette tape I got from Tony. I asked him why he was so keen on investigating what happened 13 years ago. Instead of answering, he gave me a picture and said to stay away from the people in it. I recognized 2 people in the photo. One was Mary, and the other was Rex Foster. Right. There's a picture showing a scene at a funeral. There was a much younger Rex among the other attendees. It seems that Rex knew about Mary 13 years ago, and that's one of the things I intend to investigate from now on. When a message left on my answer machine, the recipient of the item was revealed. For information on the reward, I was lucky to look under the table. What? I was told to look under table B in Lucky's Cafe. When I did so, I found that somebody had attached an envelope under the table. In addition to the letter that explained what the reward was, there was something else. The other item was old newspaper extract. Right. There was an extract from an old newspaper inside the envelope. It contained the story surrounding the case where my dad was killed. The letter said that the reward for finding the item was the truth of 25 years ago. This was an offer that certainly got me thinking. When I reread the letter, I noticed something unusual about the typography. Applied some pressure to Dylan when asking him about the unmarked letter. He said that he didn't know anything about it. He went on to say that there was somebody in the building who had received a threat. The person who received the threat was Mags. Right. Dylan told me that someone had issued a threat towards Mags. Dylan also said that in exchange for information on the unmarked letter, he would share some of the secrets he knew about Mrs. Patrice. Wasn't ready to commit to anything at that moment, so I left. Now, there are even more mysteries surfacing in this building. I have to deliver the missing item to whoever's responsible for Kathy McGrath's murder. And the reward for finding it is the truth of 25 years ago. Can't stop wondering what the sender of that order sheet really wants. What am I going to find out by unraveling this mystery? When this apartment has a part to play in the events that happened in the past. What little I'd managed to put together in my head's come apart. I had to start again and try to uncover the whole truth behind what happened 25 years ago. December 23rd, Tuesday morning. I'm woken up by the sound coming from the TV. And that was tomorrow's weather. Huh? What was that noise? God, I must have fallen asleep in front of the TV. Now for today's special feature. We take a look at the jewelry robberies that rocked LA 2 decades ago. It's apparent that a crime ring was stealing jewels and selling them on the black market, but the group itself vanished from the face of the earth some 13 years ago. The LAPD are investigating the current spate of jewelry robberies in the area, and considering the possibility that they may be connected to these past robberies, this is Robert Harrison for 5 News, signing off. As I try to pull myself out of bed, I feel the alcohol still lingering in my stomach. It all comes back to me. I remember talking to Dylan, then being invited to the bar by Tony for a few drinks. As I try to get my thoughts from the day before in order, I make my way over to the window and open the blinds. Brightness flooding in through the tiny window sets my room aglow. I lean against the window with my eyes half closed, my body bathed in light. As I gradually open them, I see the familiar backdrop come into focus before me. It's a shame that my days of seeing this first thing in the morning are numbered. Now that I think about it, my mom must have seen a similar sight. After my dad was killed, on the morning Mom and I planned to leave this town, she stood in front of the window in the room she'd once shared with Dad. She said nothing, just stared into the distance. I splash a couple of handfuls of water onto my face, then throw on some clothes. Damn, throat's so dry. Can't believe I got drunk on a Monday night. Such a bum. There's only one remedy for this. Trip to the cafe. So straight up over the past couple of days, because I've been going through Last Window and Hotel Dusk previous to this actually, I've been, my throat in the morning usually hurts a little bit. It's not really all that bad. Not this. I don't even know if it's from reading, honestly. It could just be like, sleep. Just bad sleep or whatever that could be causing it. I honestly don't know. It probably could have nothing to do with, reading and shit. What was that? Oh, it's the elevator. But yeah, it could honestly have nothing to do with the reading. But, I've just been sucking on cough drops, the past couple days, and it's good. It's very helpful. Hello there, Mr. Hyde. Looks like the elevator's working again. After all the inconvenience, it has finally been repaired. You and the other residents will be able to make use of it from today onwards. It's a shame that it got repaired so close to when we have to vacate too, though. Even so, this should make it more convenient for everyone when they move their things. I'm sure it will. However, every silver lining has its cloud. The vending machine in the lobby is to be removed tomorrow. I see. That's a shame. Can't tell you how often I made use of the old thing. You were a frequent customer, were you? Miss Patrice, could you delay removing the machine until the last day instead? I love the cool pop from that machine. I think I'm addicted to the stuff. Much as I love to do so, Mr. Hyde, I'm afraid I can't. Fully appreciate that all the tenants are under a lot of stress and strain, but please don't forget that I am as well. I have just so many things to do before then. Wouldn't want there to be any last-minute trouble before I hand the place over. Been in trouble before? By trouble, do you mean threats? Let's just go hard. Trouble, do you mean threats? I beg your pardon. That was a bad move. Mrs. Patrice, what made you come out with something like that? No reason. Just sprung to mind. Mr. Hyde, things like that shouldn't be blurted out unless you've got reason to do so. Alright, I'm sorry. Why on earth would you even think about something like that? Just heard about this kind of thing a while back. People making threats, doing all kinds of nasty things to get owners to sell up. Well, I can't deny that these things happen, that's for sure. More often than you might think. Ugh. Mrs. Patrice? It's my head. Why, you're alright? My head. It hurts. I do apologize. I sometimes have episodes like this. I get a really sharp pain in my head all of a sudden. I'm going to have to leave you for now. Mrs. Patrice heads back to her room. So it looks like her beloved vending machine is going to disappear tomorrow. Dude, I even know... You're talking about this? Right here? I haven't even fucking used this at all. Notice on the vending machine. Buy something from the machine, and be sure to check the reverse of the bottle cap. Winners will receive fabulous prizes. For more information, please contact the landlady or the proprietor of Lucky's Cafe. Good luck, maybe your 25 cents count. Make your 20. Fabulous prizes, huh? Maybe I should just buy some juice. This is probably another, like, optional thing, like the, thing in Hotel Dusk. Considering that it's getting removed? Bullshit. Fucking closed. No point knocking on a door of a closed cafe. Looks like I'm too early. Cafe's not open. No sense in wasting a trip, though. I'll just grab something from the trusty machine. Oh, I have to. I have to use the vending machine. Okay. That's why it's getting brought up. Where's my quarters? There's my quarters. Use them. What'll it be? Well, what are my options? Alright, shove the quarter in. What am I looking? Cherry, grape, orange, lime, cool pop, or apple? Well, my man here likes the cool pop. Cool pop, my favorite drink. Open the bottle and glug the whole thing down. I drink this all the time, but it's just as tasty as ever. But this time it might come with a prize. This bottle cap. Yo! Is a winner. Put the winning bottle cap in my pocket. Okay. Yo, Margaret, I got. Oh, fuck off. Better head back to my room. But I got the winning bottle cap. Who's there? I'm a little busy right now. Would you mind coming back later? I heard Mag's voice calling from within her room. Oh shit. Next time I hit up the cafe or next time I talk to her, I need to hand over that bottle cap. I won. It's mine. I deserve it. Give it to me. Huh. Morning. Hey. Have you been out? Just been to the lobby to get something to drink. Woke up with one hell of a dry throat. Sounds like someone can't take their liquor. I can still feel it sloshing around. That's funny, man. Hey, watch it. Come on, you gotta admit, you didn't really have that much. Maybe not, but after hearing your song, I think all of that bourbon went straight to my head. Good excuse. Well, it was good for me to have an audience for once. It really helped me sing. Hey, Tony. Last night I had the pleasure of listening to the latest song he's written. Everyone can fall in love, but not everyone can keep up with it. Wasn't half bad. Your song, I mean. Oh? Don't act so surprised. I'm not so proud that I can't compliment someone on a fine piece of work, you know? So it appealed to you. Yeah, it did. Is that bad? No, but I guess that means it's not gonna make it big time. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing, man. Just yanking your chain. I'm just seriously stoked that you like the song, that's all. You got a radio in your room, right? Yeah, I got one. Why? Have you ever listened to a show called Rockin' Soul? Can't say I have. Do me a favor and listen to it today. Truth is, I got a call from one of their producers that I used to know, and he promised to try out a demo tape I sent. Says he'll see what the audience thinks. Song's gonna be on the radio? Yeah, it's been quite a while. It'll be on at 11 a.m. Heading out now to see if I can find somewhere with the radio switched on. That way I can see how the people listening react when it comes on. Tony seems to be in high spirits as he leaves. Rockin' Soul. 11 o'clock, huh? I suppose I can find the time to give it a listen. Well, what time is it now? I don't know. Still morning, obviously, since it isn't 11 yet. It makes me wonder how early. Don't quite remember. Time to give Rachel a call. Red Crown, how may I help you? Hi, Rachel. It's me. What's up? I've uncovered some info on Condor like you asked. It seems that the symbol Hotel Cape West was that of a condor. A symbol? Yes. When the hotel was still in business, they designed a mark in the shape of a condor. It was the official symbol of Hotel Cape West. That's interesting. There's something else, Kyle. Something I'd like to ask you. It's been on my mind for a while now. Sure, what is it? It's Ed. He's out at the moment, meeting with some friend of his from LAPD. He told me he was meeting this friend to get more information on Frank Raver like you asked. And? Well, when you asked about Frank Raver yesterday, Ed told you that he'd heard the name, but he didn't know the guy. That's right. Pretty sure he was lying to you, Kyle. He was acting real strange after that call. Pulled an old note from one of his drawers, opened it up, and just stared at it. Heard him muttering something under his breath, too. It sounded like, why now? Sounds like there's more to Ed and Frank's relationship than they are letting on. I get the same feeling. That's why I thought I'd let you know. You made the right call. Oh, and another thing. You'll be pleased to hear that Mila's staying at my place now. I see. Was wondering if you could spare some time to go for a meal with us tomorrow night. It'll be the first Christmas Eve you'll have spent time with her. I think it'd be nice to get together this year. Yeah, I honestly hope we get to actually see that fucking scene. Instead of being, like, told, and then they went to the Christmas Eve dinner. I want to see the scene, god damn it. Anyway, I'll call again, Kyle. Hey, it's 11. 11 o'clock. Guess Rockin' Soul's gonna be starting about now. I don't know what radio station it's on, but I guess I'll sweep through and see which one it is. Alright, let's start the rotations till I hear some shit. Oh, what was that? We open the day on a Rockin' Soul with this inspirational track. This is the latest track from everyone's favorite rocker, Tony Wolfe. I'm sure you remember Wolfe as the man who caused quite a stir with his debut album. This time Wolfe shocks us with a calm, melodious ballad for the Christmas season. Everyone listen up. Here's Belief. And stay tuned for even more hits. So this is Tony's song. Not a bad song. What did Tony tell me last night? I'd really like to release another record. If I can't get any interest from a record label, I'll just have to put it out on my own. Problem is, that I gotta scrape together the cash. It's times like this, I wish I could just win the lottery or something. I think I'll grab the chance and go get a coffee or something at the cafe. Well, I do have the You Win. That could be a lottery winner. Also, I did submit that one crossword with the cafe as well, which could also be a lottery winner. Fuck it, I'm gonna take the elevator. I haven't used it before, and it's, you know, it's available now. Fuck it. I'm starting to think that, I'm gonna need to use the elevator at some point in order to get to the 4th floor. I see. Yeah, no, I feel like it's probably faster with all this animation and shit to just walk. But yeah, it looks... Now I know that, hey, that's probably going to be used for a puzzle later on. Well, maybe not a puzzle per se, but just an alternate route. Darn, I thought I did quite well. Charles? What's the problem? You having troubles again? Seems I missed out on the prize. So you enter the crossword prize draw, huh? Of course. Especially since there's 1,000 to be won. If I won, I could afford to buy a brand new camera to use for filming. Guess things didn't go my way this time, though. Bad luck. See you later, Mr. Hyde. Charles finishes talking and walks away. Good, more chance for me, fucko. Good morning, Mr. Hyde. Hey, Claire. What's today's coffee? It's a mocha from Yemen. It has a distinct bitterness with a strong flavor. I'm sure you'll like it, Mr. Hyde. Take one. Black. You got it. Hey, Claire. Today's the day the prize draw results come out, right? Finally get to see who the winner is. Right, the results are over there on the wall. Alright, I see them now. Okay, thanks. Claire moves away and heads towards the kitchen. Yo, I ain't doing that shit quite yet. Yo, I got business with you. Have you taken a look at the results, Mr. Hyde? They've been put up on the wall next to the entrance at the front of the cafe. Better take a look. Fuck you. I want to hand shit to you, but I guess I probably won. Note pinned to the wall. Okay, here's the winning number. Now, where did I put my entry slip? Wow. I won? Is this for real? Dude, look at Hyde. Dude fucking loves it. Hell yeah. Not just that, but I guess I'm real lucky. I got multiple things to turn in. Hey, Sydney. How'd you do? Well, I've got multiple things for you. First and foremost, let's give this before I'm unable to. You mind having a look at this? Ah, it's a winning bottle cap from the vending machine. Congrats, here's a prize. Pinky Rabbit Land game? I think it's a handheld video game they just brought out. What? Okay. Sure. What the fuck is the thing? Entry slip. There we go. See for yourself. Pass Sydney to my entry slip. Just a minute. This number. Looks like your luck's in, Mr. Hyde. So I have some luck left after all. Congratulations, Mr. Hyde. Here's your check. I receive a check for 1,000. Glad it was you that won. Hope the extra cash comes in handy. Sorry about the wait. Here's a cup of today's coffee. Make sure you're taking the beautiful aroma while you're drinking it. Yeah, I will. Oh, Mr. Hyde. Yeah? Can I ask you a favor? This is a little out of the blue, but sure, go ahead. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. No problem, if you think I can help somehow. Not here, though. I'd rather my dad didn't hear. Okay. Where can we talk then? Come to the kitchen a little later and we can talk there. Make sure he doesn't see you trying to get in. Got it. Claire moves away and heads towards the kitchen. Okay, how do I get into the kitchen then? Use it. About Pinky Rabbit Land, collect the carrots on the rope and ferry them safely to the ground while dodging the ninja's attack. Additional carrots won't appear until you've... Okay. Oh, shit. What? What? Oh! I used the D-pad. Ah. It's like a fucking old virtual Not it's like an old like a Tiger Electronic shit. My fucking carrot. This is so easy. Like this is yeah, I'm done.